back to another episode of Witticism. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Johnny, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe.
Due to recent changes in the curriculum, Texan students will now learn that slavery played a large part in the Civil War. When a student was asked to comment, he replied, "Wait, the big X on the Confederate flag doesn't mean no slavery?"
In Germany, a teenage boy passed his driver's test and then lost his license 49 minutes later. If it makes you feel any better, Jimmy, I've never come close to lasting that long.
Studies show that due to an inflated economy, the 12 days of Christmas is just frankly unrealistic to pull off. You're figuring out this right now? Have you ever tried to hire 10 lords? Have you ever tried getting 10 whole ass monarchs to leap around for a tiny fraction of their wealth? Sure, they were all over the place in 1700s, but I don't even know where to begin looking for lords nowadays.
Despite repeated insistence, nobody is buying Shawn Mendes' straight guy act. To prove his heterosexuality, he requested an interview from a Hooters booth while eating hot wings with his bare hands, just candidly being one of the guys, as he put it. He ended the interview stating, "I don't care what people really think. It's whatever, but I'm not gay, not even a little bit." And then he proceeded to sip and immediately gag on the taste of Miller Lite.
A shopping center on the Isle of Man set up a nice holiday display. Unfortunately, the polar bears were found to be in a suggestive position. But I mean, so what? We shouldn't be concerned about the action of polar bear sex, but whether it's consensual.
Tear gas gets a bad rap these days. There are tyrannical dictators using it all the time. Recently, through a new idea came up, you can eat it. It's all natural. Also, it's quite healthy, and it goes great on nachos and gives you quite a buzz. Obviously, I had to make sure for myself, and I can say confidently, it isn't the spiciest thing I've had.
A lady was fired from her job as a janitor for being underqualified. You may ask, what requirements do you need to be a janitor? Well, you need to at least finish elementary school, which she dropped out of 5th grade. You almost made it, lady, but I can't blame you. Those fractions are a killer.
'Tis the season to spread cheer. Spend time with family and, of course, chop down a tree and lug it home on the top of your SUV to decorate. And by tree, I mean your child. Apparently, it would have been too risky for the tree to make it home safely on top of your car. But your 10-year-old son in the freezing weather? He's gonna be fine, the doctor said after removing 2 fingers from frostbite.
After a strongly worded letter from a 9-year-old Coloradian boy, snowballs are finally legal again in Colorado. After the snowball massacre of 1987, we weren't sure if they would ever fly in the sky again, but since someone finally remembered the law even existed, it is now repealed. Hallelujah! Thank you, Mary, but not you, Joseph.
A grandmother who ended up in jail was mistaken as a man and placed into a man's prison cell. Oddly enough, she ended up climbing the prison's social hierarchy and is now their reigning queen. Congrats, Grandmama. We're all so proud.
Oh wait, hold up. I'm getting told we have breaking news. Here's Brianna with the live forecast.
Hey guys, it's crazy. You wouldn't believe. Grandma Bertha got ran over by a reindeer. While carrying her favorite loaf of fruitcake, she was first hit by Dasher, then walked on by Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, kicked by Comet and Cupid, spit on by Donner, stomped by Blossom, and then the worst of all, KO'd by Rudolph. She hasn't spoken since the accident and needs all of your prayers. Use hashtag Bertha Got Hit to help us find her a cure. Back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, I really hope Bertha pulls through. That fruitcake looks thick.
A parent's worst nightmare is having their 2-year-old swallow a toy. What happens to that piece of plastic afterward? Does it safely pass through? 6 doctors in Australia swallowed Legos to determine how long it takes them to pass through the body. The answer is 3 days. This gives a whole new meaning to the term bricks. But I mean, it was Australia. They're probably gonna die from a snake bite in their bed. Or something anyway.
Virginia Congresswoman-elect Abigail Spanberger is asking herself, now that she's in office, can she still help her Girl Scout troop sell cookies? Well, of course not. She won in an election. Her competitive game is so high up that there's other troops wouldn't stand a chance. Can you just imagine her standing there on the porch? My fellow American, I can promise you without a doubt that is, if you vote for my snickerdoodles, I will get those potholes fixed. Do you believe in opportunity? Do you believe in funding education? Do you believe in those tag-alongs? Vote for Troop 37 for change you can count on. That's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Johnny.
Have a happy holidays, Indiana. Welcome back to Witticism's Word of the Day, your primary source for today's most important words. Today's word of the day is peppermint. Noun. The most festive flavor, best enjoyed as schnapps and hot chocolate. Thanks for tuning in.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, so there for me too.
Christmas!
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
Never have I ever re-gifted a present. I feel like I have.
Probably.
I feel like I'm that asshole. But also I'm like really good with gifts, so.
I mean, isn't it kind of the nice thing to do though? If you have a present that you're not going to use, give it to someone who might
Exactly. So yeah, I have.
I haven't.
No, actually, I haven't either.
I'm way too nice. I mean, I've been to like those elephant white party. Are they white elephant?
White elephant, Yankee swap.
Yeah,
whatever
but
you
it's
want.
like not re-gifting a present. But I didn't like actually like give a present because I didn't have anything I wanted to give up.
No, I always feel really bad. Like even if it's like a present I don't want, I'm always like, oh, but someone really like cared, and then I hold on to it.
It's like I'm literally like, oh my god, thanks.
Thank you. Avocado. Thanks.
I actually haven't.
I haven't. I definitely haven't. I'm too nice, I feel like.
People in my family have, but like,
I haven't.
yeah, I don't see the need. I would just like throw it away.
For sure. I don't think I have. I did. I regifted this little baby that was really scary looking. Because it haunted me in my dreams. Like a fake baby. Oh. It haunted me in my dreams, so I said, gotta get rid of you. You got a real baby? Oh, nope, this baby looks toss it out. Get that girl out of there.
Never have I ever told a kid that Santa isn't real. I have definitely done this multiple times.
I don't think that I haven't.
On the bus, I used to do it every year. I would like, because you know how like the bigger kids would sit in the back and the little kids would sit in the front. Well, I always sat in the middle.
Oh, see?
And every year I'd like loudly talk and be like, so when did you find out Santa's not real? And you'd see like kids turn around and be like, what? And it's like, gotcha. Got him.
I definitely have too. I did the same thing with the tooth fairy when I found my teeth like in my mom's like dresser or whatever. I told people that the tooth fairy wasn't real.
Kids are jerks. Honestly, I was one of those kids who used to like fight to the death to prove that Santa was real. And then when I found out, I was like, guess what? Santa's not real.
Could you imagine if Santa was real though? Like,
That'd be pretty bomb.
I don't even have a chimney. Like,
But he's magical.
Or does he just goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have. I'm pretty sure I have it like at recess whenever I found out. Man, that was a sad time. We go out to the playground, tell those kids, yo, Santa's not real. My sister, she like kind of started finding out, but I was like, hey, I just want to tell you Santa's not real. And then she was like, what? And I was like, but we gotta stick together and keep getting presents. So we tag teamed that, and we just kept getting presents for more and more years. We still haven't gave up the gig. We haven't given up the gig.
Some girl told me in 5th grade and I cried the whole way home and told my mom to my mom. And I wanted her to tell me it wasn't true, but she didn't say that.
I found the presents and they had the label from Santa and I was like, Mom, it's December 11th. Like, how'd these get here? And she tried to cover her tracks. She was like, he dropped him off early. And I was like hell he did. He makes this in one trip, not 6.
I have.
Oh, Johnny, why?
I mean, I believed really hard in Santa and it was devastating. So I looked at my little brother the one day and I'm just like, hey, yo, you know that fat ass that comes down the tree? Yeah, Dad shot him. He's not real.
Never have I ever sat on Santa's lap. I mean, like...
I hope everybody has.
Yeah, you need that.
I sit on Santa's lap every year. My family has an annual Christmas Eve party and Santa comes every year. So every year, bitch, give me your lap. I'm gonna take a plop.
Come on.
As a kid, of course I have.
I love Santa's lap. It's so silly and comfy. No, weird. Okay.
Oh boy, have I.
Well, yeah. Everybody has. I feel like yours is a better story, but...
I mean, I have a Santa fetish, don't you?
No, actually.
Do kids actually pee on Santa's lap like little children? Because that would absolutely suck. Like going to sit on Santa's lap and then you sit down, it's just...
I actually saw Santa yesterday at Walmart and he said,
Did you
ho,
say
ho, ho, and I said, are you supposed to be here? And he said, no, I'm actually shopping. And I was like, oh. It was really weird. I thought he was working, but he actually was just at Walmart.
Are you supposed to be here?
It's beginning to look like a lot like Christmas, guys. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Never have I ever ate Santa's cookies.
I would never do that to Santa.
I've not done that.
Why would you ever eat his cookies?
Cookies.
That's what he's got to do to get that energy.
Get
through the night.
Yeah, get through the night. Think about how many calories he burns. He needs those cookies.
I have.
No, I haven't. I remember though the one time my parents didn't eat the cookies and I cried because I thought Santa didn't like us anymore.
No, I would always like strategically wake up at like 5 a.m. on Christmas to like see if the presents were there before I actually woke up. And every time, like my parents were the people that would take a bite of the cookie, not leave the not eat the whole thing.
They wouldn't.
So I would always take a bite of it too.
Again, no.
I've done a lot. I feel like I'm such a
You're
bad
my least
person.
favorite person right now.
I really am. No. I mean, like, my mom never actually put out cookies for Santa, so like they were like always up for grabs. She put them on the plate and said, "Have at it, boys," and like you went at it. So,
well, in what sense? A metaphorical sense. What do you mean?
no.
I left my mom to do that.
Yeah.
Because some parents would just like take a bite out of the cookie to prove that Santa was there, but some people like ate all the cookies, and that's the kind of family I came from.
Never have I ever gotten drunk on Christmas. Never.
No, never have. I'm only an 18-year-old child.
And I'm a 19-year-old child.
We're good kids.
No, I've been drunk on Christmas before. That was the first time I got drunk, actually, was on Christmas.
The first time you got drunk was on Christmas?
Yeah, my whole family goes hard on Christmas. And the one year my cousin Alexis had just like a bottle of wine, and I had the only like not see-through glass we had was like a replica Thor chalice, and I would just slide it to her and she would like, it was a great night.
Yeah, my dad would get drunk on Christmas and then we go four-wheeler riding, and the one year he like wrecked and we like flipped into the air. He landed on top of me. I couldn't walk for 3 days. He's like built like Santa.
So that's not as funny of a story.
No, I haven't.
I mean, I just turned 21 this year, so this should be the first year that I can get drunk on Christmas, but it's not. Last year I drank a whole bottle of wine because nobody in my family liked it.
What kind was it?
I don't even remember. I think it was Prosecco.
Oh.
Is that that might be a cheese. I don't know. It was really good. I loved the whole bottle that I drank, and my sister made fun of me because I got drunk. And I was very lovey because I'm a lovey drunk, and my family's not a lovey family.
Never have I ever received something I didn't want. Every year from my aunt, every single year. Bless her soul, but like.
This onesie, I didn't need it, but I got it now.
Of course, who hasn't?
Honestly, yeah. As a kid, I remember once, I think at this point I was like 14 or something, so like too old to be receiving this present. But my aunt got me like a bunch of like little toy horses and like this trailer they go in. And I was like, what is this? Because I was like 14. And she was like, oh, you said you wanted that a couple years ago.
Oh, hell yes.
Never have I ever received like have I received something I didn't want?
Like, did you ever get something that you're like,
yeah, big time.
I did not want this?
Yeah, okay, yeah, big time, big time.
Let me guess, it was socks.
I don't even remember. I just remember I was like really about getting gifts as a kid, but like really nice at the same time. So I would be like, oh, I didn't want this, but thanks. And like my mom had to like sit me down and be like, that's not okay.
All the time, still.
Really?
Yes.
My parents were like really good at Christmas.
No, I don't get, it's not from my parents, it's like from my uncle. Like he lives like really far away and he still gets me like Hello Kitty stuff every year.
Oh, see, my Gram's my neighbor, and she was still like, she just gave up a long time ago, and like would just ask me what I want.
I still get like Hello Kitty stuff. And one year my aunt gave me like a snowman marshmallow. I was like, I mean.
The one year my Gram gave me $50, and she gave my sister salt and pepper shakers that were in the shapes of race cars.
What? That's so cool.
My sister's 6 years older than me, so she was literally like 15 years old opening salt and pepper shakers. She was so pissed.
I remember one time, it's when I still believed in the miracles of Christmas and Santa was still alive.
I thought you still believed.
I still do believe, mother. But I had this terrible Christmas I remember forever. Sorry, I need a minute. All right, so it all started. It was this one year, and all I got for Christmas was clothes, and there were not even 1% presents, and I was just the saddest girl. And I got so angry on Christmas, and then my mom said, it's not about the presents, and I said, you're right. And then I watched The Grinch, and then I realized it isn't about the presents, it's about love, and family, and eggnog, and mistletoe.
I wanted to feel like Santa.
Oh, makes sense.
Oh, never have I ever knocked over a Christmas tree? Oh, no. I got really close once, but oh. Oh.
I was putting the angel on top, and I fell into the tree. And then it knocked over our TV. I kind of didn't have the best Christmas that year. My Christmas presents all were returned to get the money for a new TV.
We get real trees, so they're hard to knock over. My cat knocked one over one year because it was like one of those cheap ones from like Rite Aid, like when we were on a budget. And my mom threatened to get rid of the cat, but we still have him. So, also we had a paper tree that year. I drew it. It was really bad. Hashtag art class.
Yeah, I think my cat knocked over the tree once, but I've never been a part of it.
We planned it together.
Yeah. Scheming with my cat. Merry Christmas.
Merry Catmas.
No. Oopsie, oopsie. I've not, but yeah, I'll tell a story. My brother one year, like we don't get real Christmas trees because like it's just a hassle.
Yeah,
I want to go cut it down and like
then you gotta
lug
water
it.
Water them.
Don't want to do that. Plus,
Who
like,
waters a tree in their house?
water your tree. Anyways, so we got this big old tree. Like we went out as a family, all like 6 of us went out to the friggin' forest.
I've never done that. I almost did, but I never
I feel
like
I
fully
have
knocked it
multiple
over.
times. Like not if I've tried to like put the star on the top of the tree, I feel like it shakes a little bit.
Well, so we went and we cut down this tree, and like my brothers were the ones, and my dad were the ones cutting it down because like us girls don't want to do this. Now, honestly I did want to cut it down because I wanted to hold the saw, but my dad wouldn't let me, and I was devastated. So we took this tree home, and turns out that this tree had a bunch of poison oak on it, like a bunch of vines of like poison oak just wrapped up that sucker. So my brothers, not my dad, just my brothers, got poison oak all over them. Christian had it all over like his arms and whatnot. Brendan, on the other hand, he had it all up his like body, pretty much, like even on his chest. I don't know how because like he had clothes on, but it was all on his neck and like on his face. He couldn't go to school for like 2 weeks because he had poison oak so bad on his face. It like blistered up really bad. It was a mess. Anyway, so yeah, fake trees.
Never have I ever been on the naughty list. No, never once ever. But I did get coal once a year because I got coal once because I figured if I asked for coal, then I couldn't get coal and be on the naughty list, and I cracked the code.
I feel like this is a yes and a no type of situation because I've definitely been on the naughty list. I wasn't that good of a kid, but like I still got presents. My parents had to give me presents.
I was the bestest kid.
Were you?
I mean,
I'm a good person.
I've definitely been called naughty. So, yeah.
By who?
It's personal. It's personal!
Oh, yikes. Okay.
It's in my Tinder bio.
Well, like,
In what sense?
kinda, maybe, I don't know. Ask Santa.
He's checking his list right
He's
now.
checking it twice.
Hi, welcome to Christmas Tips with me, Cheryl Lips. Since Bob's been sleeping all day, I have to do everything again. I have to bring in the paycheck for the 3 kids he insisted on having. So, with my tube still intact, here's how to make some peppermint dip. So, the first step for peppermint dip is to gather your ingredients. And of course, if you're like me, your producers didn't get anything other than the candy canes. So we're gonna start with those. Not a damn thing but these candy canes. So, we want the candy canes to be in small pieces, so we have to smash them. I like to take this time to reflect on my day, my month, my year, and my life. So get your hammer and start smashing the candy canes. Because boy, is my life I was supposed to be a movie star. Instead, I got stuck with a stupid Bob, and I can only do this once a month. I have to combine my job with my Christmas shopping, because God knows the kids aren't going to help me out. See what they get for Christmas this year. It's gonna be coal and barbed wire in their Christmas stockings. I am woman, hear me roar. And Bob didn't even get the stupid tree. At this point, you remember that your producers didn't buy the other ingredients, at least not that I can see. Come on, Chad, where's the rest? The hell is this? I asked you for cream cheese. This is cottage cheese. In what part of your brain did you somehow connect cream cheese to cottage cheese? Who puts cottage cheese in dip, in peppermint dip? Who puts it in anything, really? It's disgusting. Fine, whatever. I don't care. I didn't ask any of this. Bob, my 3 life-sucking children that can't pass the 6th grade, but you know what? This is what we'll just have to do. Every damn day. Maybe this can be Bob's dinner. I'm sick of making him crap all the time. I still have to finish the stupid dinner for his bitch of a mother. Candy canes and cottage cheese. Great. Who in their right mind would eat this? It looks like intestines. Ugh. This is terrible. I can't do this. I can't work in these conditions. You know what? Just cut! Just cut! Wrapping time! Well, while we forget about the horrors of peppermint cottage cheese and what happened in 3rd grade, it's time to wrap some presents. And what do we have first? Oh. Now, this wine bottle may be empty simply because Bob and my 3 spawns of Satan have driven me to be an alcoholic. So, for demonstration purposes, it's empty, but please wrap yours while it's still full. Wait, I only have wrapping paper. You didn't get me any bags, Chad? Why'd you even give me this? Fine. Let's wrap it. Let's just get it over with. I understand why I have to do this. Yes. Ah. There you go. Looks like a little Tootsie Roll. Nice job. I don't care if it looks pretty. What am I, an artist? There we go. Perfect. Who wouldn't want this? Shut up, Chad. All right, what's next? What's a soccer ball? Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to wrap? You know what? There. Now, you may be thinking, well, it's not really a surprise now, is it? But you know what? Life is full of disappointments. Next, we're gonna wrap Bob's dinner so he can finally work for something. Now, trick to wrapping frozen meat is you wrap with a paper towel first, then the wrapping paper. That's right. Jingle bells, jingle bells. I hate everyone. Should have slipped some nails in there or something. Oh well. There we go. Great job, Cheryl. Who typed this teleprompter? My name is Cheryl Lips. My Instagram is verified. Next segment. Our last Christmas activity for tonight, and if we're lucky ever, is cutting snowflakes with me, Cheryl Lips. Now, if your kids are anything like mine, they love snowflakes, but they're as dumb as mine, you can't trust them outside alone. Now, the fun part about cutting snowflakes is you can make them any way you want while enjoying my nice peppermint dip. I don't even understand why we celebrate Christmas. We're Jewish. Oh. No, this isn't what I wanted. Ah, perfect. What? Cheryl Lips, who is this? Oh, hi, Bob. No, everything's fine, sweetie. The dip is great. I even have some new decorations for the house. Yeah, I love you too, sweetie. Okay, bye-bye. Well, this has just been absolutely great. Tune in next week for New Year's tips with Cheryl Lips. This has been Cheryl Lips with Christmas tips with Cheryl Lips.